ladies and gentlemen. Welcome back to the David C. Hutto Show. I am David C. Hutto, and we wanna, of course, welcome you back to the show. It is Tuesday, March 20th, 2012. We're just kind of jamming out to this song here. Doing the show Han Solo again today. But I got a lot of stuff I want to kind of cover, you know. A lot of different things. We're going to, of course, do the news of the day and, of course, some opinion stuff. And, you know, kind of get into it here. Of course, I want to welcome you all back. So, anyway, I'll go ahead and stop the music here and we'll just get right into it. How about that? So, anyway, one of the things I wanted to talk today about that was kind of pressing on my mind is this whole, I can't believe how gullible and stupid people are, or arrogant for that matter. You know, I saw today something that absolutely just sent me through the rails with rage on the road. I saw two of these schmuck idiots, okay, with these, these Subarus or these hybrid cars with a Barack Obama 2012 sticker on there. And then, I am the 99%. Oh, yeah. And Republicans are fascists. And the Tea Party sucks. All these different bumper stickers. They are outright communists. You know, and they're displaying that on their vehicles. See, that's what I see when I see 99% and I see somebody with an Obama sticker. If you're stupid enough to vote for that guy again, you are a Marxist. Period. End of story. You're a threat to this country, in my opinion. And this is where I'm going to go a little bit off the wall here. And, this is one man's opinion. And I'm entitled to have that opinion. But this is where I need to vent my opinion. And I know there's a lot of you that probably agree with what I'm going to say. Maybe some of you don't. Maybe some of you think I'm totally insane when I say this. But the facts are facts. Obama is a Marxist. Period. End of story. If you haven't figured that out now, then there's no hope for you, man. I mean, seriously, there's no hope for you. You drank the Kool-Aid, man. You took the Fucanol. You did whatever. You got brainwashed. Either that or you're just too stupid to vote. I think we should have IQ tests for voters. You know, if you don't know history. If you didn't have a certain GPA in high school, if you're on welfare, if you don't work and you don't show a pay stub, if you're an illegal alien, you shouldn't be allowed to vote. Period. End of story. But these people spun me off, man. I was just livid. These arrogant, stupid prick liberals in their hybrids driving around with Obama stickers for 2012. Unbelievable to me. How stupid are these people with a 99% bumper sticker on there? You know, don't these people get it that if there is a civil war or a breakdown in this country and, you're entitled to your opinion and your First Amendment and all that stuff, but there's a borderline. And what do I mean by that? Well, if you're a Marxist, if you're a devout Marxist, if you're an enemy of the state, if you're plotting to overthrow our republic and our Constitution, you are a threat to the body politic. You are a threat to the state. You may not realize you're even doing it. You might just say, oh, I agree with that. But if you're sitting there saying, oh, I'm part of the 99, or I'm going to vote for this guy again because I'm a Marxist or whatever, then obviously, folks, there's a disconnect. There's a problem there. Seriously. So here I am. I'm driving down the road and I see these two idiots. Actually, three of them. I was shocked. And yet you still got these people driving around. You might just like the guy. I don't know. But if you like, $5 a gallon gasoline, you like government regulation up the yin-yang, you like street shit vermin protesting in the streets and wanting to burn businesses down and blockade freight from going from place to place, and you want to be part of that, you're a threat to the country. You're a terrorist. That's it. You have basically renounced your citizenship. You've become expatriated at that point because you're no longer following the rules of the land. The rules of the land are simple. They were put in place in 1776 by our founding fathers with the Constitution and the Declaration of Independence. That is the rule and the law of the land. Not this Marxist utopian bullcrap that is jammed down our throats every day. And yet I see these schmucks with these stickers on their cars, and yes, it drives me into a rage. I have to keep from driving my car off the road sometimes because of these people. And they're crappy drivers on top of that. They cut you off. They're usually the schmucks with a cup of coffee in one hand and the cell phone in the other, and they're yakking on the phone, talking to their liberal schmucky masters or whatever, and they're driving like madmen or madwomen on the road, and they run you off the road, and they're discourteous idiots. I mean, it says a lot. If you're dumb enough to put a sticker on that car, it makes you a target. Because you know what? I don't know about the rest of you, but I'd say 85% of Americans are fed up with this garbage. And we're to the point where we're like, okay, I mean, what's going to happen? I think we need to outright declare these people as threats to the republic. Okay? Now, of course, they would turn around and say, oh, the Tea Party's a threat to the republic. Guys in talk radio are a threat to the republic. Guys on Twitter that disagree with the president are threats to the republic. All these different things. No, but you see, this president has not obeyed the laws of the land. He thinks he's above them. Along with Eric Holder and all the other vermin he's got working under his command. They circumvent the Constitution. So therefore, they are breaking the laws of the land. I'm not a lawyer or anything. I'm not an expert on law. But that's kind of like you're committing treason is what you're doing. When you want to shut down the American way of life, you want to become a threat to the body politic, and you want to become a threat to the nation, you are committing an act of treason. And I'm going to just harp on this for a minute here. Of course, it's an extreme view. It's a very extreme view. And some of you might disagree with what I'm saying. But the fact of the matter is, if you are outright declaring that you want to destroy the Constitution, you want to kill people because they're richer than you are, you want to disrupt commerce, you want to do all these different things, then therefore you are breaking the laws of the land, and you should be punished as a traitor or be expatriated and deported, in my opinion. That's what we should do. We should get ICE vans down there and deport all these communist vermin and send them to the communist nation of their choosing. I know that's an extreme way of looking at it, but the way it's going right now, things are so heated, eventually somebody is going to do something stupid because look at all the drug addled psychopaths that are down there raping and breaking the law and blocking commerce and blocking the roads and blocking the police and becoming a threat not only to just average people. Okay, these people are a threat just to the average person on the street. Not only the average person on the street, but to themselves as well. And they don't even realize it because they're so drug-addled and brainwashed that they're not getting through to these people at all. I mean, I don't understand this at all. But if I was running things, I'd nip this in the bud right away. Now, granted, yes, you have the right to protest. And the Tea Party actually exercised that right, and they did it responsibly. They voiced their opinion. And yet they threw out all the vermin and the rabble that were trying to break their ranks and make them into something that they weren't. They were peacefully assembling and showing their disagreement, whereas the Occupy Wall Street movement are a bunch of Marxist vermin that want to overthrow our way of life. Period. They're a threat. They're a threat to the nation. They're a threat to you and me. They're a threat to our freedom. And they don't even realize they're throwing their own freedom away. See, there's a right way to protest and a wrong way to protest. Okay? I agree with protesting. If you got a really good grievance against somebody, protest. But don't just sit there and protest every mom and pop business and every bank. Yeah, the banks are part of the problem. I agree with that. The bankers are a bunch of greedy schmucks. Same with the Wall Street guys. We have out of control corruption and greed in this country, and it needs to be stopped. It needs to be stopped. But there has to be a point where enough's enough. These guys are committing acts of crime during these events that are felonies, period, bar none. They are a threat to themselves and they're a threat to everybody around them. Yet the Eric Holder and all these commies in the government, they won't do anything about it. And the communist filth running the cities won't do anything about it. So what's left? You got that thin blue line that's on a razor's edge right now. Those guys, God bless them, man. I mean, I'm not a big fan of the cops, but I know why they're there. But for those of you who are cops, FBI agents, CIA agents, NSA agents, soldiers, you took an oath to defend the Constitution of this great nation from enemies, foreign and domestic. What the hell are you doing? We've got domestic enemies that are waiting right now in the wings to uproot everything, and it's going to be a very bad situation if we don't get it under control. And I mean immediately. This needs to be shut down. And if these people want to protest, they need to do it the right way, in my opinion. And the right way is you peacefully assemble. You don't threaten to kill people. You do it the way the Tea Party did it. You voice your grievances. And that's how you do it. Period. You don't sit there and threaten and shut down commerce and burn buildings and have Molotov cocktails and threaten to kill police officers. You don't do that. I didn't see a single Tea Party guy doing that. I didn't. And even guys like Alex Jones and some of the guys I've seen on the internet at some of these Tea Party protests,